Now, I'll be dead honest with you. I was going to sing Under the Bridges of Paris tonight as an introduction in honour of the chap who collected 700, yes, honestly, 700 accordions. And I thought, how appropriate to do it in like French. Now, I've got a bit further with this than we did in the last one, because once I actually started putting this together, there was no doubt about it. I wasn't going to take it apart, and there it is. I was a bit concerned about this. Well, I think I said about the meshing of that there, but then we got this added in here to turn that at right angles to there. What'll happen there? I have no idea. And we've still got this bit here, which will go up and down, because that's the crank that we had in the first place. Can I see that? Yeah, that's the crank we had in the first place there. And that'll go up and down, pushed up and down by it. Okay, so that's where we got to with that. And the next thing we had to do was to go on with, look at this, we've got a big chunk here, golly. And we have this little bit here, got it, which goes in there, pressed in, there we are, and then, by Germany, it's going to be screwed in. There now. Again, I'm sure there's an excellent reason for that. I just don't know what it is. And one of the problems with these thingies is that even if you read right the way through the instructions, you still don't know what all the parts are, and you still don't kind of really get to it. Anyway, so now this like this, and this like this, and that hooks into there. Can we see this? Yeah, that hooks into there, and obviously must press forward. Well, I say obviously, does it? At the moment it fairly obviously doesn't want to. Why doesn't it want to? Oh, I see. You've got to be a bit more cunning than that. Yeah, everything has to be in and lined up before that will go in like that, and everything is hooked in. So that part and that part are all, that's come apart. I think that's all right. Yeah, good. And then there's a little bit here which presses up in underneath, and I don't really know. Oh, I see, we've got a couple of screws there, and this goes up through somewhere, and I think that is where, there. That stops that coming any further back. There, going into there. Yes, that's locked that into place. And now there's a couple of screws which go through. Bizarrely, I have no idea where. No, there are 3 screws. And I am unable to see where they go. Well, no, I don't think so. Now, we have to take the lead from the motor, and we have to bring it around and stick it through a hole here. Hit that hole. Yeah, that's the right hole. Where it goes after that, I don't know. Does it go right the way through? Yes, it does. If you can get it right the way through, it goes through. Come along now. Come along. And out there. There we are. That I think is quite correct. Are we all there? Good. Last week, yeah, I watched the start of this thing on human beings. It's a bit like David Attenborough with animals, except it's human beings, which are, let's be honest about it, animals as well. In fact, let's be honest about it, animals are considerably more civilized. That's still that Italian stuff. I'm working my way through it. It gets better. I'm not sure why, but it has got better. Okay, now then, somewhere here, opposite this, of course, at this point it omits all the clever bits and says, with that at that end, oh my goodness me, you've got to get that in there. Well, that's damn silly. You should have put that in. It should have had. It's only just saying to put that in. You should have really put that in quite a long time ago. Well, before you put the rest of this damn lot on here, because it is now difficult, but not impossible. The impossible, we do. Yeah, occasionally. There we are, it's in place. But I mean, that is, getting that in, that's a bit silly. It does actually show this without all the stuff on it, but that should have been up there. And now I've got to put a piece here. Is that it? A49. That's A54. Oh, I see. A54 comes up from underneath here. Yep. Oh, dee doo dee doo dee doo. Under the bridges of Paris with you. There we are. And like that. There. That is now in place. Again, I've no idea what it does, but who knows, we may find out. We now have a piece, there we are, J47. And we also have L12. I think it's indicating there's two of them, but I'm not sure. L12 is a little pixie wixie. There we are. I can't get that on there. Getcha, get on there. Oh dear. Right. That is there. And that it says doesn't go on there, and now it doesn't want to come off. It doesn't want to come off. It's off. This is odd because it gives you a picture of this piece, with two things added to it. And the next thing it does this is going to break shortly. I really have put a fair old bit of pressure on that, and it doesn't. I wouldn't mind, but in subsequent bits it doesn't show it. Do you know, I thought I'd actually managed to do some all right then. J54 has just disintegrated. We'll give it another, we'll find another J54, there may be a spare. If not, the next one's not going to have a J54, is it? There is another J54 there. Why it should disintegrate, I don't know. Yes, I do. Nope. That way up. Probably. Right. And then it says that goes through there. Yep, there is no doubt about that. It then goes through there. It's actually got a almost like a sort of a foot on the bottom. Oh, there it is. And I'm going to have to give it a bit of a prune to try and get it in there. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, try it on that one as well. I can't get that through there. Which is quite. There's supposed to be some wax in there. Silly. I'm beginning to get a bit peed off with this evening, because that is supposed to go in there, really and truthfully, the instructions at the moment seem to be pretty skanky, if you ask me. Nobody ever asked me, because it says that bit should be underneath there. It goes underneath there. But that place where I was trying to push that thing there through. Okay, folks, I think we're nearly there actually, apart from that one odd little bit. And so we'll come round this side and we will say this is the speaker, the speaker or noise making thing, which goes in this hole here. There. Or doesn't. And is retained by something that I haven't got out yet, which is a K9. We're really not doing very well with this one, are we? It meant much better on the other one, in my opinion. And let's be honest, K9, there we are. Bit of a dog, if you ask me. Yeah. And that is supposed to go around there. And does it actually hold the damn thing in? Answer, no. It doesn't. In which case one has to ask, why is it there? I don't know what you think. But I don't think that that's very good. Oh well, here we go. Should be 3 screws here. Yep. We'll put the screws in and then yeah. Oh. Right. Come on, stay there. I think what it is once we can get a blasted screw in, there. It is actually, these screws have, get out of it, these screws have a, like a washer mounted upon them, and I think that that is what holds the speaker in. I've got to say, I'm not impressed with that at all. Not at all. Impressed, I am not. But there we are. This is almost, in a way, this one is, I suppose the other one was to a degree, a case of you'll find out when you need to know. Not sure I find that entirely satisfactory as an idea, but there we are. Now there is also this circuit here, which kind of, from what I can see, goes in here. Ooh. Are there a couple of screws to hold that in place? Yes, there are. But of course they managed to put it in so that the damn plugs are on the wrong side. And there should be another 2 screws to do that. Yeah, supposedly. The speaker oh my word. Well, this one, amazingly, goes back through the other way. I hope everybody can see this, because, oh there we are, it's through there in the opposite direction, and then everything plugs into it and it gets screwed down. And that, folks, is it for tonight, and I have still absolutely no idea where the Pixie is supposed to go, but I have a feeling, I got a feeling that it might be in the end of that piece, but until I find a picture from the other side, which I'm not going to get. So at the moment, I don't know where that goes. There it is. It's almost a little sort of, oh, could be a small girl or something, and it's going to do something. That's it. Okay, right. I have no idea what time is, but I think that we have done enough for today. That's it.